Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Today, I'm going to kind of walk you through this assignment that's known as the Superhero Day Jobs. Now, I'm going to give you all 2 days to complete this assignment, so you don't have to do it twice when I post it on Monday and Tuesday. You just have to do it on one of those days. But basically, it's a 2-day assignment, okay, because it takes a little bit of work. So, first thing is this it involves this slide with all these different heroes and some of them supervillains. And we'll get back to that in a second, but they're all doing day jobs like regular jobs as opposed to working, to do superhero things. So here's what we're going to do with this original slide. We're going to talk about what the actual assignment is and all of the parts. And then I'm going to walk you all through the slide that has all the superheroes and villains on it because some people know a lot about them and some people know nothing about them. But you have to kind of use what's on the slide as part of your paragraphs. Okay. So the yellow sentence is basically the premise. Imagine that superheroes had to use their superpowers to complete everyday tasks, which is what you're going to see in the pictures. So in red, using the pictures on the following slide, you will be writing 6 paragraphs that describe what these superheroes are doing and how their powers could be useful for these jobs. So, in short, guys, first of all, you have to use the pictures on the slides in order for it to count. Okay, so if you just make a random paragraph about Superman that has nothing to do with the picture, it's not going to work. Okay. Also, you're going to pick 6 of these. You're going to write 6 total paragraphs and they do not have to relate to one another. So that means you can pick any 6 of these people and write a separate paragraph about them. So you can have like an Iron Man paragraph, and then that's kind of by itself. And then you can have like a Captain America paragraph, and that's by itself, and so on and so forth. Okay. So basically, the red part and the blue part are what are essential here. You're going to be using the pictures. You got to use the pictures specifically from the slide. And all told, you're going to do 6 paragraphs. Okay. Now, each of your 6 paragraphs have to include all the things that are mentioned down here. And if you look at the list, they're actually really easy. But I'm looking for them in your paragraphs, okay? If you want to highlight them the same color that I did, obviously the orange one you can't really do because that's all the sentences. But if you even just wanted to circle them, underline them, put some notation next to them, that's fine. But in every paragraph, or what I call these little mini stories, they have to be at least 4 sentences long. Do those sentences have to be written in the form of a paragraph? Pretty much. They cannot just be like bullet point sentences about nothing. Okay, so they have to be written in kind of paragraph form, like a little mini story. Can you go beyond 4 sentences for every paragraph? Yes. Okay, but in your paragraph, you need at least one noun. That should be easy. You need at least one pronoun. And if you all have forgotten, again, pronouns are I, you, he, she, we, us, etc., etc. Okay, so any pronoun will work. At least one verb. You guys have this easy because in every picture they're doing some kind of action already. So you're already going to have a verb pretty much set to go. At least one adjective. All right, if you've forgotten at this point, it is obviously describing words. So describing what's going on, but not describing the action. Okay, if you say something like he quickly cut the meat, quickly describing cut is going to be an adverb. So remember, adjectives are describing nouns. Okay, like blue locker or difficult book, whatever you want to say. Okay. Last but not least is the prepositions again, and these are the ones that we've been talking about this unit. So I have included this common preposition list over here again. So when you guys look through this whole assignment, here's the deal. You have 6 total paragraphs, one for any of the 6 of the superheroes that you want to pick. And in every one of those paragraphs, I got to see all this stuff. Okay, the number of sentences, the nouns is easy, the pronouns, verbs, and adjectives should be pretty simple. Incorporating the preposition over here, as long as you're doing it correctly, you're going to get the points. Okay, so let's go to the actual slide that has all of the characters on it. Now, a lot of you comic book fans or like Marvel movie, DC movie fans, you'll know what a lot of these are. So you can probably pick 6 pretty easily. But what I want to explain is what they're doing in the pictures, because remember, you have to use what's going on in the actual image and not just a random little story about the Hulk doing something totally different. Okay, so the first guy here is Robin, and he's kind of Batman's secondhand guy, and he is on this rope outside of a big building being a window washer. Okay, so that's Robin being a window washer. In the second picture, you have the Flash, and he's clearly delivering boxes of pizza. In the third, you have Wolverine. He obviously is working at a deli and he's cutting meat. In the fourth picture, you have the guy, Mr. Fantastic from Fantastic Four, and he has the power to kind of stretch his body and do things with his body. And in this case, he's getting really long arms so he can pick the apples out of the tree. Iron Man is clearly ironing. Cyclops is using his kind of laser vision to tear up the road, so he's obviously working some kind of road crew or construction crew. Over here is Storm, and she has the power of the weather. So she's obviously making the rain come down to water the garden here, water the little carrots. The Human Torch, also from Fantastic Four, he's cooking these rotisserie chickens. So however you want to make that happen. Captain America is obviously just using his shield to be a waiter. So he's got his little wine and wine glasses over here working in a restaurant using his shield. Catwoman is just collecting mice, so I guess she'd be some kind of exterminator or something like that. The Green Lantern is over here and he's using his power of the Green Lantern to create this big old giant green axe to cut down the tree. So he's kind of working as a lumberjack. In this picture, you have Hulk, and he's Hulk smashing all these buildings. So again, he's working on some kind of demolition crew or construction crew. Over in this corner is Iceman from the X-Men, and he's just creating ice to put in bags of ice. Thor is using the anvil here, and he's working as kind of a blacksmith. So if you can see, he's going to use his hammer to work with metal or work with different things. Loki is right next to him over here, and Loki is using the power of mind control. And as you can see, he's kind of hypnotizing all these sheep to go back into their crate, to go back into their pen. Aquaman is working in the aquarium, and he's just in there kind of using a little brush and a sponge, and he's just cleaning up the aquarium. So he's cleaning up the tank. Deadpool is over here, and if you can see, he's saying, "Hey, my grandma does better than you." And anybody that knows anything about Deadpool is he can't die. So he's working as, like with a magician's assistant, or he's working as, some kind of like a carnival guy. And the knife thrower is throwing knives at him, and some of them are actually hitting him. But Deadpool can't die, so he's good to go. Spider-Man is just sitting over here, and he's webbing what looks like tennis rackets. So he's using his web to just web these tennis rackets. Superman is down here delivering mail. So obviously he can fly, and he has his bag of mail. Now, as you can see, some of the mail is flying out. So on some of these, do they have to necessarily be doing a good job? Well, no, they don't have to be, right? So if some of these are going to be an epic failure, then that's your choice. Okay, and last but not least, in the bottom right corner is Batman. You don't really need to give Batman a job because, as he says, he doesn't need a job because everybody knows that Batman is already rich, okay, because he owns Wayne Enterprises, so he's good to go. Okay, so again, with this, you're picking any 6. Okay, so of this list, you have to go through again and you have to pick 6 of them, and every one of them has their own paragraph. Okay, so if I pick like Wolverine, Captain America, Aquaman, etc., then those will be my 6. Okay, and going back to this slide, if I pick Superman delivering the mail, I have to have 4 sentences, and in the whole paragraph, I need all these other pieces. Okay, I don't need one per sentence. So y'all, I'll be honest, if anybody sends me a comment or sends me an email, do I have to use all these in one sentence? I'm going to send you back to this video. Okay? So again, I'm giving you all 2 days to do all of this. So if you want to write 3 on Monday and 3 on Tuesday, or if you want to knock out all 6 at one time, that's fine. But this is a 2-day job, 6 paragraphs, each one about any of those 6 superheroes or supervillains, and you have to include the stuff at the bottom. All right. As always, everybody, stay safe, good luck, and see you soon.